my Road to Glory quarterback game 4 of his high school senior year. I uploaded another video because the other video I uploaded today, the highlights of games 2 and 3, were just really short, so I just uploaded a full one of this whole entire game, and I'll cut off the commentary until the first play begins. Alright, see you then. Alright guys, game 4, I'm just going to tell you up front right now, is probably one of the worst games I've played. I don't know, just my quarterback throwing just a little bit outside the reach of my receivers, and just being all these incomplete passes. Just me just not really looking downfield to my options, and sometimes I should be scrambling instead of just waiting and just get sacked. So I obviously did a lot of cutting out of this video, so gonna be a little bit less. I didn't really, and my apologies, I'm gonna be apologize right now. I did kind of cut out the end stats, but that's like about the only thing I've cut off about this video, except for all the bad plays. Alright, 1st and 10, but first play, I think it's the first play of the game, I really don't know. An hour out to the receiver, and it's good. And alright, nice little replay of it. And alright, cut after I did another cut. Alright, here we go. 2nd and 3rd and 10. Sorry, my bad. Drop back, look for a receiver, find a wide open, and he barely gets in. That's probably what time is that in the quarter? I think it's 2 minutes in. I usually would have scored by now, but alright, here we go. Next play. We do all these hot routes I always do. I always take up a lot of time doing that. Alright, snap the ball, dropping back, looking for a receiver. Pick up one of my receivers, and it's a nice catch before being pulled down. About 20-25 yard gain. Nice catch by the receiver. Alright, here we go. 2nd and 10. About a minute left in the first quarter. We're up, or the game's actually tied right now. A nice option play. Get tackled early, give it to my halfback, and he really doesn't get anywhere. Actually, should have cut that play out. I don't know what I was doing. Alright, here we go. 1st and 10 again. Audibling with hot routes. Just trying to set him up. Always do the same ones. So I'm back looking for a receiver. Alright, find my halfback. Doesn't really go anywhere, but at this rate, if I didn't just record all my completions, it would have been like a 5-minute video. So just sorry on that, guys. Promise you guys that other videos would be more entertaining than this one, but this one was not my hottest game, as you guys know. Alright, that was a nice pass to my tight end for the first down, and we are almost at midfield. We're actually past midfield. Alright, here we go. 1st and 10, dropping back. Hit my receiver right over the middle and hangs onto the ball after that hit. Alright, 1st and 10. New drive. Alright, wait. Alright, waiting for my. Alright, there we go. Dropping back. Looking for a receiver that's open. Hit A. Wasn't really that open, but the defender kind of messed up and we get a first down out of it, so that's always a plus. Alright, guys. Alright, here we go. Option play again. This is the play I was talking about. Pitching the halfback. He gets a decent run. Gets his first down, though. That's always good. Alright. And as we go on, as I get into my college and career, I'll have topics to talk about, stuff like that. And, guys, tell me what school I should go to. I really don't have a lot of people viewing this, but, honestly, I'll go to any school you guys want me to if I get into a scholarship. Well, it doesn't really matter. I'll go there even if I'm 4th string. Alright, so back to the commentary. Alright, driving back, 1st and 10. Almost get sacked. These screenplays really saved my butt at the end of the game. As you can see, it's almost halftime, and they start setting up screenplays, and they really start helping me. Alright, in the red zone right now. Hopefully trying to punch it in with a nice pass to one of my receivers. Dropping back, looking for a receiver. Hit one of my receivers right at the knees, as I usually like to do when they're in the end zone. So when really none of the defenders, unless they're in front of them, can deflect it. All right, 1st and 10. Dropping back, almost halftime. Set up another screen. He gets a nice couple blocks downfield and gets another first down and gets a lot more, and gets out of bounds luckily. Alright, here we go. Third quarter, about 3 minutes and 50 seconds left. Here we go. Dropping. Alright, making my hot routes. Dropping back, looking for a receiver. Hit one of my receivers going to an out route to the sidelines, and he does pick up the first down. Alright, 2nd and 10. 40, ball at the 40-yard line. Looking for a receiver, dropping back. I really should have scrambled here, but I found a receiver. One of my receivers I hit downfield and hit him for a nice gain. Or should be. I don't know if we capitalize on here. Yes, no, no. I think we do. I think I threw an interception. Something. I always do that a lot in the end zone. Well, not a lot, but just in this video, a lot of mistakes. All right, here we go. Option play, just run right up the middle. As I can tell, that there's not two linebackers, just two guys, a linebacker in the corner waiting for me on the other side. So I just run it right up the middle. Knew the blitz. All right, Pat, bringing it back. 3rd and 10. Then for one of my screens, and he just it doesn't just pass, so he actually gets a decent way down, but he also picks up the first down. Nice little replay of it before I pick up play. Alright, here we go. 1st and 10, about ball 40-yard line, almost at midfield here. Hit another screen, which, as I said, there's a lot of these coming up, as I said before, and gets a nice first down. Nice little replay before I pick up play. Alright, here we go. In the red zone, we are only up by 3 points at this point. Usually I would not be playing in the 4th quarter, but since this is a tight game, I have to play. And I made a lot of mistakes, so I gotta bring my team back. We almost actually lost, but I do a nice lob pass in back of the end zone to my tight end, and that really brings us. It gets a lot of momentum going into us. All right, here we go. 4th quarter, about 2 minutes left. 1st and 10, dropping back. And this is where I lob a huge pass to my wide receiver. He catches it, breaks a tackle, and just walks into the end zone almost after that. That was probably the best play I've had so far in this whole entire series. Alright, I think that would be the end of the game, as it is right there. Yes, it is. Alright, guys, thank you for watching this. As, any rate or comment or subscribe, I would love that. I would just love if you guys just mention me to your friends, or just watching the video actually really helps me. Alright, so I hope to see you guys in some future videos, and comment saying if I should just upload the highlights, games, or all the games. Really don't matter. I mean, games are gonna take a little bit longer, as you guys know, but not really a big deal. Comment which school you want me to go to. Well, it doesn't matter if I'll go into it, I'll still go to it. And that's about wrapping up this commentary, guys. I'll see you, make a lot more videos tomorrow. Well, not a lot, maybe 1 or 2, but I will see you guys tomorrow. Alright. About to cut. Alright, see you guys tomorrow.